Hey guys, so today I am going to tell you my top 5 tips that I use to try to make more sales. Now there isn't a perfect recipe for this, but these are the things that I have found in the past 7 years of reselling that have worked for me. So the very first thing you want to do, and I have said this in videos in the past, and that is to be sure that you're sharing your closet and to be sure you're also sharing other closets. This helps your item get more out there and get more attention and more traction. And honestly, a lot of people I see on Instagram and stuff sometimes say that shares don't work. However, I tend to disagree because a lot of the time some of my sales come in right after I share or right after I share to a party on Poshmark, and I just think they work because I just kind of track, okay, when am I making sales? It's after I share. It's not just usually random times throughout the day. What I tend to do is block out some free time either in the evening or right after working or either on your lunch to share your entire closet and maybe share a few others as well. You can even find people that tend to share back and they will reshare your items. So anything helps, just kind of figure out what works for you. Number 2 is to relist. Honestly, this is probably the most annoying thing. Being a reseller is relisting. I don't like doing it. I know that Poshmark now has an option where you can copy your listing and then you can make it appear that way, and you just need to delete the copy text on top, but I still am not a fan of it. However, I know that it does work. I have relisted stuff in the past, and I mean, just like a week or so after I relisted said item, it would sell. So I highly recommend this as well. I know it's a pain, and there are other apps or companies to help you with this kind of stuff, but I don't invest my money in stuff like that or like virtual assistants yet, just because I'm not to that point. I am a part-time reseller, and I don't have over 500 items in my closet to where I'm overwhelmed. However, if I do ever get that way, I will tend to reach out to these sites, and I'll put some in the bottom bar if you guys do need assistance. Number 3 is to list your items in batches. Now, it's like I've known this forever, but I just didn't catch on to it. Definitely, if you go to a thrift store, or right now if you're online sourcing and you have a pile of clothes and you've taken all the photos and you're ready to list and you want to list all of it, I would hold off, because every time you list, your closet gets a bit more attention. If you notice when you post 2, 3, 4 things and they're good brands and you start to notice a little more traffic in your closet, that's the reason why, because you just listed, and it's kind of like bringing your closet new life and, you know, putting it in front of more people. Just like an algorithm on any social media, that's what Poshmark does. I know different platforms are different. I can talk about those in another video, but for Poshmark, there's algorithms, there's sharing, you know, there's a lot of layers to it. It's like an onion. So definitely list in batches. If you want to list on a Monday and a Friday, if you want to list on a Monday and then the next week on a Monday. But I learned this kind of, I used to just put everything out there. This was pre-pandemic. But now I've learned to kind of split it up, and then that gives your closet more attention, and then you're also not spending as much time listing in one setting, because that can take a while with all your descriptions, your brands, your photos, editing, stuff like that. Number 4 is to have good photos and have decent lighting. Right now I am in front of a window, and then I also have a softbox light on, and I will put that link in the description below for my softbox lights, but I only have one light on. It wasn't very expensive for the set, and I've used it for 3 or 4 years now. You just have to rebuy bulbs. The really crucial thing about having a closet is to make sure that your items can be seen, that the brand can be seen, that any flaws are seen. So having really good lighting is very crucial in my opinion, and you don't need to buy very expensive lights or anything like that. If you can't afford softbox lights, definitely make sure a window, like my window's in front of me right here. I take pictures on the side, but that's only because of this light. So you would want to take pictures like right here, facing, the clothes are facing the window, if that makes sense, and your back is right here. And natural light is the best, and then you can eventually move up to softbox lights. I don't really suggest a ring light, and the reason being is because I am married to a cinematographer and he cringes at the thought of ring lights. They are for certain things, but ring lights can just put so much power and harshness on your subject that it has a lot, like it'll end up with a lot of shadows around it, or the color might change, just stuff like that. So just be careful if you have a ring light. I know a lot of people do. If it works for you, then great. But good photos, it's kind of like a don't judge a book by its cover. People will anyway, you know what I mean? Like if I look at one book and it has a beautiful cover, and then I look at another book and I have no idea about either book, but I see the beautiful artwork on one, you probably are more drawn to it. So definitely make sure your photos look decent, and mine aren't the best. If you go to my closet, some of them are more cool or more warm, but you can definitely see the item, and it's not dark, it's not harsh. If it's a gloomy day, I wait for the next day to take photos. And number 5 is to buy brands that sell and are demanded. Now, in my beginning years of Poshmark, I didn't do this at all. I was just buying stuff that was cute and buying stuff of brands that I just knew. I wasn't researching brands, I wasn't learning new brands, I wasn't seeing what the fashion world was into and like up and coming. I was just buying stuff to buy it, and it did sell in the beginning years of Poshmark. There weren't as many people, resellers weren't a huge thing, and I mean, it was going fine, but I stopped for a few years being serious into reselling, and then when I got back into it, which was like a year and a half, 2 years ago, I realized that if you're not selling brands that people are buying and buying over and over again, your closet isn't going to get the attention, you're not going to have the sales, and you're going to wonder if you should even be reselling. So highly recommend researching your brands, following people on Instagram, and I will put my Instagram in the bottom bar, but there are so many people that are way more knowledgeable than I am that I follow. You can see the people I follow them for reasons. They're just very knowledgeable, they're fun, they have fun posts, and there's just so many people. Like, I could tell you about all these people, but I would miss somebody, and I would hate to do that. So definitely look on Instagram, research brands on the internet, see what's selling, see maybe what fashion is like. Right now it might be a little, you know, fashion right now is like sweatpants, but definitely just do your research, and that will help you pick up brands. You can learn labels. That's very important. Like, I've learned Johnny Was, I've learned Annette Lepore. I mean, I'm trying to think. Wild Fox I already kind of knew about. Rails, Lululemon I knew about, but stuff like that you can just, Anthropology labels, I've learned like all of those. You'll kind of get the hang of it. Don't pick up the fast fashion brands like Shein, Forever 21, H&M. Don't pick up that stuff. If it's cute and you want to wear it and it's at a thrift store, go for it, because you're rescuing something from the landfill. But again, brands are definitely a big thing, and you want to invest your time there. So I hope you guys enjoyed my 5 tips, and there are tons of tips that, you know, I've probably forgotten to help you with sales, but these are the top 5 that I believe really will help. This is just for Poshmark. Again, I do have some stuff on eBay and I have some stuff on Mercari. I can make videos about those two, but I am not very well versed on eBay yet. Mercari I probably will do a video on soon, but I feel like Poshmark is the main one where resellers who focus on clothing and accessories go to. eBay is great for clothes, but it's more like also, you know, like home decor does well there, cameras, antiques, books, stuff like that. So if you want a broad range of stuff and you're not just clothes, I would definitely look into eBay. But this is stuff to help you with Poshmark specifically. If you have any tips of your own, that would help me, because I mean, I don't make buku sales every week because I do this part-time, but it is consistent and I like to see consistency. But feel free to let me know any of your tips in the comments below, because I always read those and I'm always learning every single day, because nobody is perfect at this. I mean, there are people that are amazing at this, but everybody makes mistakes and everybody is learning as they go, so don't criticize yourself if you're just not there yet. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye!